I'm going to be explaining today about rocket stoves and be showcasing some of the different things that I've done with my rocket stove. I know there's a lot of videos already about rocket stoves, but I think there's some details that I have to share with the community. All right, let's get this thing started, and later on I'll explain to you, I'll show to you how I made mine. Got some of this dry grass and brush over here. Uses kindling, tinder, and these dry, dead, woody weeds. Not entirely sure what they are. They're hollow, but I'm going to be using them as fuel. I won't be cooking with this rocket stove, so it should be safe. But I'm not going to be exposed to any of the fumes for too long. I'm not going to be inhaling the stuff. So I got a pile of this already. Get this started. Already broken up right here. Alright, all you gotta do is get very thin, very small twigs, put it down, fuel loading. There's a air intake in the bottom. Start it up real quick. Once you get it started, it goes pretty easily and for a while. It's very fuel efficient rocket stoves. It's made just with bricks. There's an air intake in the bottom, and you load the fuel in sideways. The fire actually burns sideways into the reburn chamber, and through the chamber there actually is hardly any fuel. It's all at the bottom, all these little twigs. But what happens with the fuel is the smoke comes up. And if we can get this burning hot enough, I might have to get some more tinder. But here we go. Once the smoke starts rising up, it traps inside this reburn chamber, the combustion area. And the smoke actually reignites once the flames get hot enough. So it makes it smokeless. The reason why this is so efficient and you have to use such a small amount of fuel to get such a hot fire that lasts for a while is because you're actually igniting the smoke, which is a lot of lost fuel in most normal wood fires. Also, because of the bricks and the insulation, I've added dirt. That's one of the small things that I've done with my design, minor little things, is insulating that heat. So the hotter it gets, the more smoke is burnt, the more efficient your fire is. We're just gonna add a little bit more fuel to this. Get my little fuel loader. Alright, and I'll explain to you some of the things that I've done with my design. It's fairly similar to a lot of the designs I've seen, but I've tweaked a little things, a couple little things. But the whole purpose, or the usefulness of the rocket stove is in natural disasters, or just in survival situations. If you happen upon an abandoned brick structure and there's just a whole lot of bricks lying about, you need a good fire, good fuel source, some hot food ready, dry some clothes. Just get some bricks, pile them up, and as long as you have some way of starting the fire, you can maintain a very high temperature, very efficient fire with a very small amount of wood, assuming you have some dry fuel. But the number numbers of bricks, rocket stoves can vary. You can have a very short one, they call it the 16 brick, but you know, the very short one, I've added 2 more layers, so mine's a 24 brick. But I start off with 7 3/2 on the very bottom layer, and if you come in here, I will show you how my design differs and what the purpose of some of these half bricks are. What I do is I put 1 brick on its side with the holes up. I don't really like the holes, and what I've done is I've filled all the holes and all the bricks, even the ones on the sides, with dirt. A lot of these bricks already have dirt because they were buried for the past couple years in the yard over there, but the ones that didn't, I put the dirt in myself. Right. So this is the fuel brick. The fuel goes over, and where the embers and the actual fire lays at this end. Right here, these 2 bricks are on their sides. These 2 bricks are on their sides. So 4 bricks on their sides are for these bricks. These are the foundational bricks. Got these last 2 of the 7 on their side also. They go like this in the back. These 2 half bricks are on their sides right here, and that is the foundation. Excuse me, this brick was supposed to be on the first layer. Okay, so 7 bricks and 2 half bricks for the foundation. This is in this stove, the stove I have functioning at the moment, I actually have a piece of broken kitchen tile, bathroom tile. It's just wide enough, just wider than one of these bricks, and so it hangs on the lips. You can see the lips right here. It hangs right there, and I put some stones so it didn't wobble too much because it is narrow enough to fall in. But that is how I have the tray for the fuel to go on and the air intake to be beneath it. This is something related to the tile. It's the insulation, I believe. I won't actually be starting this fire, so this is just demonstration purposes. But let's say you have a tile and you want it to be just wide enough to fit in there, not too wide, because you need these. This is the bottom layer. This is how you build the bottom layer. Get the 3 whole bricks, put 1/2 way across, the 2 on the outer edge. Remember, there's a lip right here. One of these bricks in half is actually a little bit wider than the width of the brick. It's not a 1-to-2 ratio. So this brick goes right here. This is just a corner piece, just for support for the rest of the tower. Put that like that. This needs to be, well, I suppose we could do that, but it is a little bit, that'll work for demonstration purposes. I would not use this material. It is, it looks to be drywall. Yeah, that's drywall. So I probably would not use that in a rocket stove. But that was my demonstration of a tile. And if you could chip that off and get it to the right size without breaking it, that would that's what I did right there. I was able to chip that off to the right size, got it in there, and that serves very well as a fuel loading tray without air intake, and that's the purpose of this brick being in there in the half. Alright, this is the second layer of a rocket stove, and all you do is you arrange the bricks in such a way that this one is hanging over, and it seems to be a little bit flimsy at first, but as you add on more weight, it becomes more and more structurally sound. And as I explained to you, these bricks are already filled with dirt, so I'm not doing what I did earlier on this one, where I pretty much every single layer of bricks I put in the dirt myself, and I put dirt in the bottom. That's for two reasons. The main reason was I had the rocket stove built over in a different spot of the backyard, and it actually had a lot of pests, black widow, scorpions. That's why I have duct tape and gloves all over me. You got duct tape every hole in my hiking boots, and so I'm trying to keep pests out whenever this is not in use. So mine's actually a permanent installation, or more long term. It's not a one-time use. And in a natural disaster situation, it's probably going to be just a few days, maybe a few hours, a couple weeks at the most that you'll need one of these. But mine is mine's a little plaything. Mine's a toy, so it's a little bit permanent. But so I have these filled in so the pests don't come in. So I had a wasp nest, scorpions, and a black widow nest. I think she was starting to lay some eggs, and I scared her off. I didn't kill any of them. But it's also to insulate better. The bricks do a fine enough job insulating on their own, but it's a better insulation for the heat to reburn that smoke. That's the whole purpose of building the tower, and that's what makes this design so versatile and so efficient. The rocket stove design, not my design, but the rocket stove design, is the reburning of the smoke. And the more insulation you can put in there, the higher the temperature is, and the higher it will maintain, the more likely and the earlier on you will get the reburn of the smoke. Should have got a pot of water to boil out here, shouldn't I? Oh well. More grass. Oh. See all the smoke? Got plenty of thick smoke in here right now, and you should see it start to burn here in a bit, and the fire will be smokeless. So we can get this thing started up again. Oh, it's going pretty good. Duct tape. You can load it from the top, but it's ill-advised when you're cooking. Another purpose for those half bricks or if you have any leftover bricks. It has cooking supports, little pan stands, skillet stands. It's get your cast iron skillet on there, your Dutch oven, and that'll cook it up pretty good. Cooked some pork chops on here a couple months ago. Well, I believe that's all I have to talk about. Until next time.